Hello guys, welcome back. In the past video, I have just discussed about how to store the data from the sign up form to a database. So you already know I have used the Firebase, right? So now let's do something beyond, right? So the page you're currently looking is Netflix, right? So they don't you think there is a change in this Netflix page, main page? Yes, there is. Because it's not the main page from the Netflix. It's the page developed by me. That is, I can say it's the Netflix clone, right? I have created, I have developed a Netflix clone with the basic HTML, CSS. That's it. I haven't used JavaScript. Yeah, I have used JavaScript for just the sign-in form. That's it. So rather than that, the remaining all are the basic HTML and CSS. So at present video, I will just concentrate on the JavaScript since I'll get into it. Before that, I just want you to see my HTML files. So this is my HTML file. I have used the internal CSS, right? Yeah, there's a tons of attributes. Okay, so this is my basic HTML and CSS file. I have just created this Netflix clone. So it's look like the same pretty Netflix, right? I think you haven't found any difference between those, maybe. So what makes something different is, so just I have just added the sign in button. So when you click on the sign in, then it will display, yeah, login form. So login, so I can log in with my email as well as password and just login button. So if I doesn't have any account, yeah, it displays here don't have an account, just sign up here. Yeah, then it displays name, email and passcode as well as confirmation. So by mistake, if you click this sign up button, no, don't worry, I have added the past login here, so you can get back is, right? So with this, you can give the details of the login, or if you don't have an account, you can just sign up, right? What makes this differ is, so I will get more into the JavaScript file. Yeah, this is my JavaScript file. So it's similar to the past version, the file I have used in the past video. So what makes the differ is I just have added some of the functionalities. So you may think, what is this functionalities? Yeah, you are rather confusing us. Yeah, don't worry guys, I'll explain you in detail. So the functionalities I have added is just for example, what I can say is, yeah, I'll just move on to my Netflix page. Yeah, right. If I have account in this, right? So rather than using login form, I just move on to the sign up, and I am trying to create with the same account, same email. So it should display the error since you have already account in this Netflix, right? So in order to in order to restrict from this, I just have it some of the functionality to the email address, to the email, so that it displays, yeah, you have already account, you better please go on to the login. Yeah, so it makes us with ease, and it will create some, it'll be better, right? So for example, yeah, so this is the JavaScript file, and you already know there's nothing difference between the past JavaScript file. If you have any doubt in the past JavaScript file, you just go on to you just move on to my past videos and once refer those, so that you can get a better idea. So there's nothing new guys, I just have added some of the functionalities to my past JavaScript file, sorry, that's it. So there's nothing new I can discuss about. So you already know what is this request express and I have given the port. You already know what is this port is. Yeah, you know, right? Yeah. And this Firebase admin, already you are well aware of these terminology. I think I don't need you to repeat these terminologies once again. And yeah, key main. So main.json file. So you know what is this main.json file? It will be unique for everyone, since from the Firebase database you will get the main.json file, right? So this is my main.json file. So for every account it will be unique, and you better please don't share with anyone, so because they can use that, right? So bcrypt. So this is the new word you haven't worked with, right? So what is this bcrypt initially? Yeah, for your better understanding, I'll just move on to the Google and search for, yeah, bcrypt used for, guys, this bcrypt is a valuable tool to use the hash and store the passwords. Wow, nice, looking great, right? So, but there's one disadvantage with this, because it is slow runtime, right? This is very slow functioning algorithm. For minor projects it will be good enough, but for major projects, if you want to develop something major, right? For example, what I can say is, if you are going to develop one application or real-time application based on the real-time project, so you better skip this part. It's best not to use this bcrypt, right? So I'll get move on to my JavaScript file. So bcrypt, I just have given this bcrypt in order to store my hash my passwords, right? So I just have given a variable to the database. You already know, so I don't need to explain this once again. Request and response messages. Here the get and the post methods. Yeah, guys, these are very important in this JavaScript, in this Node.js part. Without these get and post methods, it will not run properly. Okay, you better look into the code keenly so that you shouldn't commit any mistakes, right? So there's email, sorry, name, email, as well as password. So I have added the comments in order to get understand easily for you, right? So checking if the email is already in use. So I have already explained, I have already said before, right? So if you have already account, if you have account in that application, and if you're trying again to create with the same email address, then it should display sign in fail, since you have already account in that, right? Hashing the password. So this bcrypt is used in order to hash the password, and I have given this, yeah, this password. So password is hashed password, to storing the hashed passwords, right? So in the next yeah, get method, I have used the get method. So if sign in fails, it will display the sign in fail. So I just have replaced it here, that's it. Just request and response, giving response, that's it. Nothing new. I think you already know about this, well, assuming, right? Yeah, this is the one you haven't worked with. Retrieve user data by email. So getting the email from and comparing the passwords with the password you have and the password given by the user, so that it will give, if any errors arrives, then it will give sign up fails, you better check the code once, lala, right? So helper function to check if an email exists. Yeah, guys, it's just somewhat pretty confusing, but once if you grasp the topic, it will be amazing. So this is just my minor project. So if you are trying to, if you have any ideas in order to create your major projects, then by applying these functionalities, it makes your project the best, right? So that's it, guys. So I think you just follow my steps, so that you can add your functionalities with this, right? So if uh, you already know, I have explained this, right? So giving the sign up details, or if you have the account previously, you can get logged in, no problem, right? So what is the database, guys? Yeah, let's move on to this Firebase.google. You already know, I have explained in the previous video in how to store the data from the login form into the Firebase. So you already know what is this, right? So I don't think it's no need to explain. So, but once again, I'll for you guys. So getting started, and then it asks for adding project. I have already added my project full stack. In the past videos I explained about Telegram bot. We have worked with Telegram bot as well, right? I have created the chatbot, Telegram chatbot. I think I have used yeah, weather API. Since if I given any city name, it will displays the weather and humidity at the particular area in my Telegram, to my Telegram. So I have used the Telegram web in order to display what's so called the result, right, from the Telegram. I mean from the weather API. So I have just retrieved the data from the Telegram. I mean weather API and stored it in the database. And from the database, I just retrieved it and displayed in the Telegram. So yeah, yeah, it's my past project. It just tracking. So this is my full stack project. Yeah, hey, yeah, I've given the name mistake. Yeah, I haven't looked it. So sorry. Okay, it's just a minor issue. Not to worry about. Project settings. So in the service accounts, you have your key. So you already know, but once again I have repeating. Yeah, it's getting late. Yeah, since we have using the Node.js topic, Node.js, so generating the private key will give the private key. So I have already, yeah, this is the key, right? So from this what's so called service accounts, you can get your private key. Since if you are using any Java, I mean web development with Java, you should use some of the Java inbuilt features, maybe I think servlet, etc., etc. With Python, you better for web development. I think you'll just move on with Django and some other libraries as well. So since we are using Node.js, we just select the Node.js and generate the private key. Then so it's unique for everyone. So you already know well about this. So this is the database. So this is the user collection. Since I have given here, yeah, something else I have given user. Yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah, users, right? This is the collection, and in this users collection, it will store my data, right? So you already know about this, right? So the data, this is the email I have given. So these are the emails I have already well used before, right? So if after so you know how to run the JavaScript file. I think you guys have known about it, but once again I'll just help you with. So we'll just move on to the command prompt, and so getting my file access. Where is my file? Yeah, let's go to, yeah, this is my final project. In this final project I have this final.js file, right? So in the command prompt, I'll just move. Yeah, there's much more I need to type with desktop and final project. So in this final project, so there is what is cd space, sorry. So in the final project, it's the final, right? Yeah, I forget, guys. I'm sorry. Final.js, yeah. So it is a node. So node space final.js. So in order to run this, you should install three prerequisites, right? So you should have the Firebase admin as well as Express node as well as npm, since npm is initially node package manager. So from this npm you can download the node express as well as telegram, I mean sorry, sorry, not telegram, yeah, what is it, yeah, Firebase admin, right? So these three things you must download before. So when if we run this, then it will, yeah, I'm sorry, it should display. It's my Google Chrome, yeah, it should display. So this, since this is the basic page, I have just, I mean after the login form it will reflects this. So I just added some of the recent upcoming films, Salar as well as, so you already will know about this, I think. Okay, right? So I think I haven't used any API here, since if I have used the API then it will be well and good, but I have worked with the APIs, so there's somewhat getting errors with the APIs, right? So if you are trying to create some major projects, then my advice is you better use any of the APIs. So one of my friends have used the weather API. So since when they get the successful login, then it will move on to the weather API, and it'll display, if you given any city name, then it will retrieves the data. I mean, retrieves the weather report, weather data from it. I have worked with them, but there's something issues with it. So I haven't. That's why, due to which I haven't used any APIs yet. But I'll make sure to use and recreate my project for you guys, right? So I believe you have get the better understanding from my project. So thank you guys.